Students, let's start with 9.2. So already I explained you about the basic formulas of basic important properties of circle. So now I'll be explaining exercise 9.2. So this is the simple exercise. If you followed the properties which I explained in my previous live session, it will be easy for you to get clear with that. So here in this first question, it is given two circles. Two circles are there with the radii 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter intersect at 2 points and at a distance of 4 centimeter from the center. So this question is already explained to you. In my previous session, I explained this question to you. So today I am going to start out with the second question. In second question, it is given if two equal chords of the circle intersect within the circle. So here it is given two chords are there. So draw a circle. It's given two chords are there. They are intersecting each other within the circle. So here they intersect each other. Let's consider AB and CDB two chords. So here it is given AB and CD are two equal chords. It's given there equal chords and they intersect each other within the circle. There are two equal chords intersect at P. We need to prove their corresponding segments are equal. So what do you mean by corresponding segments here? So here corresponding segment, if these chord is being intersected at the point P, AP is one of the segment of the chord and the same way CP is the other segment. So here AP is equal to CP. This remaining part we need to make equal. And the second part, BP and DP. BP is equal to DP. These two sections we need to make equal. Here it is given AB and CD are two equal chords of the circle which intersect within the circle. So I took that point to be P and considered that these segments which are equal is given. So AP equal to CP, that we need to prove that they are equal, and the same way DP and BP are equal. So this we need to make equal. So let's start out. For this we need to have some construction. Let the center of the circle be O. Here we are going to construct a perpendiculars on both the chords. So here let M and N be the 2 points which are perpendicular. Now consider them to be perpendiculars. So this is our construction part. In construction, draw OM perpendicular to AB and ON perpendicular to CD. And then join this OP. Join OP. So this we completed our construction part. Now let's start out with the proof. So here in the proof we need to make triangles to be congruent. So that we will be using property of chapter 7. Already you did in chapter number 7 how you can make the triangles to be congruent. The same thing we are going to use here in triangle POM. So this triangle I considered first and triangle PON. So here first point OM is equal to ON. So this is one of the important property. Equal chords are equidistant from the center. So here in the circle, if we draw any line from the center, so that this will bisect the circle chord. This is one of the property. Moreover, if two chords are there, if they are equal in length, their distance from the center will be equal. So this distance will be equal. This we call equal chords are equidistant from the center. equal chords are equidistant. So equal chords are equidistant from center. Now the second property which we are going to use, angle M and angle N both are 90. So this by construction we did a perpendicular. So these are 90. Third point, OP is common in both the triangles. So once again I am repeating, follow the figure clearly here. In these two figures, first these two triangles OM and ON, they are equal. The reason, equal chords are equidistant. As it was given, AB and CD are equal chords, so their distance will be equal. Second point, M and N, both angles are equal because they are perpendicular, so each one is 90. Coming to third point, OP is common in them. So this we got 3 points. OP, it's common. So thus we can make the triangle to be congruent. Therefore, triangle POM is congruent to triangle PON. So by which property? We took one hypotenuse and right angle. So this is by RHS. Once the triangle is congruent, their corresponding parts will be equal. So we'll make this part to be equal. This MP will be equal to PN now. So as the triangles are congruent, we can make PM equal to PN. This is by CPCT. Most probably once again, if you recall your chapter number 7, the full form of CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. When the triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts will be equal. So first we'll be making the triangle to be congruent. Once the triangle will become congruent, we'll make the corresponding parts to be equal. So here I got PM and PN to be equal. Now, as I told, like the chords are equal, moreover I explained like if chords are, if we draw a line from the center, their corresponding parts will be equal. So once again, let's draw the figure so that you will get the explanation properly. So here two chords were there. From center we dropped two perpendiculars. So here it was O, M, N, this is P, and AB and CD. So here it was AB, this I took CD. When we drop a perpendicular from the center, the chord will get bisected. Already that property I explained you. Like if we drop a perpendicular from the center, it will make the chord to be divided in equal halves. So here AB is the chord and this is the line we are dropping from the center. So AM will be equal to MB. Now AM is equal to MB. What is the reason for that? Because OM is perpendicular on AB. Chord get bisected if a perpendicular is drawn from the center. If you write only this much reason is sufficient to explain here. OM is perpendicular to AB, so the chord is getting divided into equal halves. Let this equation be 2. Already in the previous session, here I explained PM to be equal to PN. So this I will consider equation number 1. If we subtract both the equations, we can come across with the part. So here subtracting 2 from 1. Subtracting equation 2 from 1. So here 1 from 2. So AM minus, here we got it as like PM. And the same way BM. So this is when we drop the perpendicular, these two chords were equal. So this part we subtracted. And the same way when see here I took only single chord. Instead of that we need to compare both the chords to get the parts to be equal. So here when chords were equal, once again I am repeating this step. When chords were equal, AB is equal to CD. Their halves will also be equal. Half of AB will be equal to half of CD. Now what about half of AB? Half of AB is AM because the chord is dividing it in equal halves. So here this I am replacing by AM, and the same way half of CD to be replaced with CN. Here the reason will, like OM is perpendicular on AB and ON is perpendicular on CD. So the chords got divided in equal halves. So this is now our second equation. Now subtracting first equation from second. If we subtract it, AM minus PM already I proved. So here CN minus PN. Now out of complete, okay, instead of subtracting, if we make it adding, when we add it, so here in AM, if I'll add MP, we'll get complete AP. So here by adding we can make it AP, and the same way if in CN I'll add PN, CN plus PN, it's CP. We can make here CP. So this is the first proof which we completed. Now coming to the next session, we need to make the corresponding parts equal. So here one of the corresponding part, so what I call like corresponding part, the part of the chord. So these two I made equal. So this I need to make equal again. So out of AB, if we remove this part AP, we left out with PP. So let's start out with that. Already it was given AB equal to CD. Let this be third equation and this be fourth equation. If we subtract 3 from 4, we'll get the remaining solution which we need to find out. Now subtracting 3 from 4. If we subtract 3 from 4, our third equation is AP. AB minus AP will be equal to CD minus CP. Now AB minus AP will get BP, whereas here it is BP. So this is one of the proof which we need to show, and the first one, this one, AM equal to CN. So this we got completed with the second question. So second question is very important question. So you need to practice it very nicely. Third question is an interrelated to second. Those who understood second question properly, they can understand third question very easily. So let's explain what is given in third question. In question number 3, they gave that if two chords, the same question is there, like if two chords are intersecting each other within the circle, we need to make that their corresponding angles are equal. So let's move out like what is given here. Here it is given circle, question number 3, two chords, they are intersecting within. Now here from the center we will draw perpendiculars as I told. So let this AB and CD, two equal chords. From O, OM and ON are two perpendiculars. Join OP. So let this be P. Here what we need to make, so once I am reading question number 3, listen it carefully. If two equal chords of circle intersect within the circle, prove that the line joining the points of intersection to the center make equal angle with the chords. So here the line joining from the intersection to the center will make equal angle with the chord. So this angles we need to make equal. So let's start out with that. Here it is given AB equal to CD, and to prove, even it is given it is intersecting, intersect at P. To prove, if I'll consider this like, or otherwise I'll be writing angle OPM is equal to angle OPN. So these two angles we need to make equal. So let's start out with the solution here. Now proof, as we did earlier, the same we are following here. In triangle OMP, in triangle OMP and triangle ONP, we got two triangles. First point, OM is equal to ON. If you recall second question as I explained, OM and ON, they are equal. The reason is equal chords are equidistant. So here equal chords are equidistant from center. So this is the property which we used. Now the second point, angle M is equal to angle N. So this is, each one is 90. Third point, OP is common in both the triangles. Now we got 3 points. As per the 7th chapter, both the triangles will be congruent. Therefore, triangle OMP congruent to triangle ONP. This is by RHS. As OP is hypotenuse, angle M and angle N is 90 and one of the side is common. So with that we made by RHS triangles to be congruent. So once the triangle is congruent, we can make the corresponding parts equal. Therefore, angle OPM is congruent to angle OPN. This is by CPCT. So hope everyone understood. So this is the simple question. If you solve second question very clearly, third will be very easy for you, as third is the sum of part of second. Now coming to the fourth question. In fourth question, it is given if a line intersect two concentric circles. So what do you mean by concentric circles? Already I think in the last session, or this is the first time if you are learning, listen it. Concentric circles, two circles if drawn from the same center, we call it to be concentric circle. So here, circles having the same center are called concentric circles. If a line intersects two concentric circles, then we need to prove that here we need to make it we need to prove if two lines intersect two concentric circles within the center A, B, C, D. So here it's given like this, a line. They are intersecting at the point A, B, this is C and this is D. At 4 points, we need to prove AB equal to CD. So here it is given two concentric circles. Two concentric circles intersect at A, B, C and D. Intersect at A, B, C and D. So already I explained what do you mean by concentric circles. If the circles having same center, we call it as concentric circles. Now here they are intersecting at the same point. We need to prove that their centers are equal. So here we need to make AB equal to CD. So let's start out with that. So here to prove AB equal to CD. So very easy, like from the center we will drop a perpendicular here. So let this be center O and take any letter like M. So here draw perpendicular. So this is our construction part. So we'll start. That is third one, construction. Draw perpendicular OM on AD as well as BC. So in the figure, if you go through with very clearly, here the two chords are there. For the outer circle, this is the first chord, which is AD. As per the figure, they have taken it to be AD. So draw OM perpendicular on AD, and this is the second chord, which is B and C on AB and BC. Now let's move out with the proof part. If you recall back, I told the property, if you drop a perpendicular from the center, it will bisect the chord. So here OM is perpendicular on AD, therefore if it is perpendicular, only consider AD. If it is M, this AM will be equal to MD. will make AM equal to MD. That is, if a perpendicular is dropped from center on a chord, it bisects it. So this is the property which I used. Now coming to the next one, again OM is perpendicular on BC. So it will bisect BC also. So thus, if it is bisecting, if I'll consider this to be BC, BM will be equal to MC. Therefore, BM equal to MC. The same reason you need to use again. Now let this be the first equation and this be the second equation. Now we need to subtract both. AM is the bigger part. If I'll subtract equation 2 from 1, we'll come across with the result. Now subtracting 2 from 1. So here AM minus BM is equal to CM minus MD. Now when we subtract both, if out of AM, if I subtract BM, I left out with AB, and the same way here CD. So this only we need to prove. Therefore AB is equal to CD. This got completed. So hence proved. So this is the symbol of the proof. Like after completing the sum, you can put out this symbol which represents that the question given to completed or hence proved. Either you can write the sentence or you can put out the symbol. So once again I am repeating. So here two concentric circles are there. When we dropped a perpendicular from the center, the chord will get divided into two parts, or we can write like chord get bisected. So here we dropped a perpendicular, AM will be equal to MD. So that I did AM equal to MD. In the same way, the same perpendicular is for the another inner circle chord also. So BM will be equal to MC. I made here BM equal to MC. Now subtracting both the equations, if you subtract both the equations, we'll get AB equal to CD. So this only we need to prove. So hope everyone understood this, those who are attending. Now 4 questions got completed. In this section, every question is important. Like this they can ask mostly in MCQ part, as it is very simple, where we are just dropping out the perpendicular and we are bisecting the chord. So this property is important only for MCQs. First, second and third question is important for the long questions. In the same way, fifth and sixth question is also next of the important questions which you need to solve nicely. So let's start out with the question number 5. So here in question number 5, it's given 3 girls, Reshma, Salma and Mandeep are playing a game. So here first we'll draw a circle. Here it is given 3 friends are there which are playing a games by standing on the circle of radius 5 drawn in a park. Reshma throws a ball to Salma, Salma to Mandeep, Mandeep to Reshma. And the distance between Reshma and Salma and between Salma and Mandeep is equal. So we can see that Reshma is throwing to Salma, Salma to Mandeep. So here 3 are there. Let this be Reshma, Salma and Mandeep. So first it is given Reshma throws the ball to Salma and Salma to Mandeep. So like this. And the distance is equal. It's given. Moreover, what is the distance between Reshma and Mandeep? So this is the question mark. What is the distance between Reshma and Mandeep? Radius of the circle is given 5. So this is the radius. So it's 5. Even if we join this line, this is also radius. Whatever the line we joins from the center is radius. So this is also 5 and this complete is also 5. If I'll consider this part to be x, the remaining will be 5 minus x. So here to make you clear, I'll draw a little bigger figure so that you will get it clearly. So here Reshma, Salma and Mandeep, 3 friends are there. Here these two distances are equal from the center, radius is given 5. We need to find out what is distance between Reshma and Mandeep. So here complete is 5. If I'll consider this upper part to be x, this will be 5 minus x. And this is given already 5 radius. So we'll consider this part to be y. So here we are getting with two triangles. One is this upper triangle where perpendicular is x, base is y, and this is given 5. And one more triangle is there in the bottom. So here this is 5 minus x, this is y, and this distance we need to find out. Radius is 5 minus x. So let's start out with the okay, one more point is given here. Distance between Salma and Mandeep is 6. So this is also given 6. So let's start out with the two right angle triangles if you understood the figure. So here give some naming so that it will be easy for you. As it is center, so I took it O, and then this to be, let another letter, already RMS is there. So consider this to be N in triangle ONM. Here it is a right angle triangle. Angle N is 90. So ON square plus NM square is equal to OM square. Perpendicular plus base square is hypotenuse square. Here ON is x, NM is y, this is 5. So finally x square plus y square is 25. This we got first equation. Now let's start out with the second equation. In second equation, this another triangle to be taken, the down one. In triangle NSM. So in triangle NSM, NS square plus NM square is equal to 6 square. Now what is NS here? So here NS is 5 minus x square plus NM, it's y, and then 6 square is 36. Now expand it. A minus b whole square identity is there. So it's 25 minus 10x plus x square plus y square is equal to 36. Already we got the value of x square plus y square in the previous equation, equation 1. We got it to be 25. So replace this by 25. 25 minus 10x plus 25 is equal to 36. Now minus 10x is 36. 25 plus 25 is 50. Shifting that side. So it's minus 50. Now minus 10x is minus 14. Minus will get cancelled. So x is 1.4. This we got the value of x. We need to find out what is the difference between Reshma and Mandeep. That is, the value of y is needed. So we'll put this x value in equation 1. Now putting value of x in equation 1. So here putting value of x in equation 1. Equation 1 is x square plus y square is 25. Now we got x as 1.4. 1 square plus y square is 25. So y square is 25 minus 14 square is 196. So shift it towards left, 1.96. Now subtracting 1.96 from 25, it will be 23.04. To find the value of y, get the square root of 23.04. Square root of 23.04 is 4.8. So this you can find by LCM method. Already that also you did in standard 8, where you are finding square roots. Get it either by the LCM method or by division method. If you remember, you can find it out. We got the value of y. Y is half of the part. Once again, if we go back to the figure, y is sum of the part. We need to find the distance between Reshma and Salma. So to get the complete one, we need to double it. So finally, distance between Reshma and Salma is double of 4.8. Therefore, distance between Reshma and Mandeep. So this only we need to find. Reshma and Mandeep is twice of 4.8. So which is 9.6. So here everything is given in meter. So we'll write it meter. So this is final answer. Though this question is looking little typical, but quite easy, where we are using only Pythagoras theorem. So once again I am explaining, try to get it. Here in the figure it was given 3 friends are there, Reshma, Salma and Mandeep, and distance between Reshma and Salma and Mandeep is same. So this is also 6 and this part also 6, and radius of the circle is given 5. So this part is 5. In this figure, if we drop the radius on the chord, so it will be perpendicular as I told. Complete was given 5. So this half part, as it is looking like a triangle, so this I considered x and the remaining one as y. So this is a right angle triangle. So we'll follow Pythagoras theorem here for this triangle. In the triangle ONM, angle n is 90. So this is perpendicular and base. So ON square plus OM square, ON plus NM square is OM square. Perpendicular plus base square is hypotenuse square. Now this is x, this is y. So x square plus y square is 25. Now this we got first equation. Now again we'll solve out with the second triangle. In the same way, this is base and this is perpendicular. So 5 minus x square plus y square is 6 square. Now it is 5 minus x. So use whole square identity. 25 minus 10x plus x square. A square minus 2ab plus b square is y square, which is equal to 36. We can replace x square plus y square with 25. Already in the previous equation we got 25. So this I replaced by 25. Now minus 10x will be 25 plus 25 is 50. That I shifted towards right. So it's 36 minus 50. Now finally minus 10x is minus 14. So we can cancel out minus. X will be 1.4. So this we got the value of x. To find the value of y, we need to put it in first equation. So our first equation was x square plus y square is 25. X we got 1.4. So 1.54 square plus y square is 25. Y square will be 1.4 is 14. 14 square is 196. So that I shifted that side. 25 minus 196 is 23.04. To get the value of y, we need to find square root of 23.04, which is 4.8. We need to find finally what is the distance between Reshma and Salma. So this is the final conclusion answer. Distance between Reshma and Salma is twice of 4.8. So 4.8 multiplied by 2, it's 9.6 meter. So this we got the final answer. Now the last question, question number 6. So question number 6 is the most lengthy question students feel. So the different methods are there. We can use trigonometry to solve this question, but as trigonometry you will be learning in 10th standard, so some of the teachers may not accept that method. So we'll be solving again that question also by using either this right angle triangle property, or you can use it by using median method also. So here it's given in a circular park, radius 20, situated in a colony. 3 boys, Ankur, Syed and David, they are sitting at an equal distance. So here 6th question, a circular park is there where 3 friends are there. One is Ankur, other is Syed and David. They are at equal distance. So what do you mean by equal distance? If you join them, we are getting a triangle. So as the distance is equal, it's a equilateral triangle. Now here it is given radius of the circle is 20. If this we consider as a center, so this is the radius part. This is given 20. or you can consider this to be 20. Both are 20 as both are radii of the circle. We need to find what is the distance between Reshma, what is the distance between those friends. So we need to find out the string they are using by the string. Ultimately we need to find distance only. So let's consider this to be 2x. So you may get confused like why I have taken this to be 2x. So this is for our convenience. If we join this is the perpendicular on the chord which will bisect the chord. If I'll take it to be 2x, half will become x, where the calculations can be done easily. If you'll be taking complete to be x, it will be x by 2, where equation will get little complicated. To make it easy, consider this to be 2x. So half of the part will be x, and this distance is not given, so let it be y. This is already given 20, this is also given 20 as their radius. Now we'll find out this by using two triangles. Here again you can see that a bigger triangle is there and one more smaller triangle is there. We're going to compare both the triangles as we did in the earlier case. Here let's start out with let this be O and this be M. In triangle OMD. In triangle OMD, OM is perpendicular, MD is base, will be equal to OD, which is hypotenuse. OM is y, MD is x, and this is 20. So x square plus y square is 400. This we got first equation. Keep it aside. Now out of this we can find the value of y square also. Y square will be 400 minus x square. Let that be also aside. Now complete this bigger triangle. In triangle AMD. In triangle AMD, perpendicular is AM. AM square plus MD square is equal to AD square. Now here what is AM? AM value will be 20 plus y. You can see here the perpendicular 20 plus y. So this is 20 plus y square. MD is x. And this complete AD is 2x. If you recall, I consider the side to be 2x and all the three sides are equal. So we'll take it to be 2x. Now again whole square identity is there. Apply it. 20 square is 400. 2 20s are 40. 2ab plus b square. And this x square as it is. 2x square will be 4x square. This we expanded finally. Already x square plus y square value is with you. So it's 400. We can apply that. So let's replace this with 400. 400 plus 40y plus 400 is equal to 4x square. Moreover here we are getting y and x. To solve the equation with the two unknown values is difficult. So we need to make it in single term. Thus we will replace this x square. Already here I replaced y square. If I'll be keeping x square here and if I'll shift y square that side, it will be 400 minus y square. So here x square can be replaced with 400 minus y square. So once again I am repeating. Here x square plus y square is 400. So x square will be equal to 400 minus y square. Replace this x square with 400 minus y square and continue with the remaining equations. 400 plus 400 is 800 plus 40y. 800 plus 40y is equal to 1600 minus 4y square. Now shifting all together, 4y square, this minus will become plus, then plus 40y plus 800 minus 1600 is equal to 0. I shifted all together towards left. So finally it is 4y square plus 40y, subtract them. So it's minus 800 is equal to 0. Now 4 can be taken common. So it's y square plus 10y minus 200 is equal to 0. Now we got middle term equation. So how we are going to solve the middle term equation? You need to get the factor of 200. So find out its factors. 10 20s are, 10 2s are. So here if we split it like 5 2s are and 5 2s are, 25 minus 8, it's not getting 20 minus 10. So yeah, 2 10s are 20, 20 minus 10 is 10. So factors will be y square plus 20y minus 10y minus 200 is equal to 0. Now y can be taken common. So here y we are taking common, y plus 20, and here minus 10 will be taken common, minus 10 y plus 20 is equal to 0. Now y plus 20 and y minus 10 is equal to 0. So finally y value either minus 20 or it is 10. Always whenever we are solving sums related to distance, negative value is not considered, so y is 10. But we need to find out what is the distance between the friends. So x is the question mark. Y we got 10. Now here put the value of x to get, put the value of y to get the value of x. Here I calculated the sum by using middle term factorization. We got the equation as 4y square plus 40 plus 800. Now 4 is taken common and finally we got the y value. So here we will replace y with 10. X square is 400 minus 10 square. So it's 400 minus 100. Thus it is 300. To get the value of x, we need to find out square root of 300. Square root of 300 is 10 root 3. As 100 3s are 300. 100 root is 10. And 3 is not having any pair, so it will be inside the root. We got the distance as 10 root 3. X we got 10 root 3. We need to find out the value of 2x. So 2x will be 20 root 3. Therefore, 2x is 20 root 3. This is the distance between the friends. So this we completed with the exercise. If you have any queries, please comment me so that I'll clear out the things, wherever the difficulty you are feeling, I'll try to clear that. So this is we completed 9.2. In the next session, I'll come across with the 9.3. In 9.3, more questions are there which will take more time, but all are based on properties only, where easily you will learn the things. Circle chapter, though you feel like very difficult, but it is purely based on properties only. If you know the properties properly, then easily the things can be understood. And moreover, for the maths, we need to practice sums. Unless you practice it many times, you will not get clear with the things. After seeing for once, we feel like the sums are very easy, which we are getting very easily. But the reality is something else. You need to practice it nicely to get clear with that. So this exercise at least to be practiced 3 to 4 times to get it clearly. So already sums are with you. Note it down and practice it well. Thanks for attending. So we'll continue the next session. So let's winding up the class. Thanks for watching.